All right, after some technical difficulties, we are returned. Not exactly sure where the live cut off, but basically the next day has come. The group has been given their horses, and they are preparing to travel out. Sherwood Landon's gents have procured a little bit of information for you guys for your journey. And what they find out is, and they tell Sir Sherwood in the morning here, that there is a small town on the northwestern coast titled Westbrand, and the ship was last seen kind of in a smuggler's cove docked near Westbrand.
Yeah, just in case it cut off on the interrogation, we found that the hand from the Skeller Golem had come in and had been delivered by a ship called the Unkeg, which was still in dock. So we're going to travel over to the coast. But it possibly looks like the interrogation scene was too brutal to be aired, so we had to cut that part out.
Okay. I'm hoping that was simply processing and it'll all still be there, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. Cool. Okay, so Westbrand in, what was it called? Smuggler's Cove?
Yeah, there's a Smuggler's Cove near Westbrand where it was last seen docked.
So, just from sort of their reports about the boat and their inquiries, what kind of, what are we looking at on this boat? What do we know about it? How size? What kind of crew it usually runs? Is it a pirating boat or is it a?
Yeah, a quick kind of conversation with them would reveal to you that this boat itself is probably about 50 meters in length. Mm-hmm. So it's a double master. It's going to be It's going to be crewed by a pilot, first mate, and at least 6 other crew people. And you know that the history of the ship is that it's kind of a bit of a privateer. They're willing to kind of take on jobs that others might not be willing to do. So when they do, sometimes they crew up if they need to, or sometimes they crew down depending on what kind of situation they've been engaged in.
Any particular reputation with this boat?
The captain is known as a very fierce woman. Yeah, physical description that you're able to get of her from people that have known the ship. They tell you basically that she's a broad-shouldered woman, standing about 6'2". She has green eyes of salted seawater, and her hair is short, thick dreadlocks in various tawny shades. And she commands her crew very fearlessly. She's got a nickname. And it's not used in front of her face, but she's called the Tall Harpy.
So happy. And just from I guess local knowledge or like knowledge that we might have to gather from these other guys, is there any kind of not Coast Guard? Are there any pirate hunters either sort of on the employ of the Emperor or like freelance for contracts on getting bounties?
That kind of thing definitely does exist in the Empire and in the area for sure. Clearly, this person operating this long likely has been able to keep ahead of these kind of groups of people and these things to this point, but definitely yes.
And from the sort of region we're in, is there any particularly well-known pirate hunters around?
Your information, actually, why don't you roll for that one?
Why don't I load the dice stream?
Reload, you mean?
Yeah, reboot it. It's all going to be 20s from here on, though. Now that I've said that. Yep, 10.
Right,
plus my general knowledge of pirates. Pirates like to mess around a lot. Would that be an acrobatics check?
Nice try.
Is there a straight up? What would that be actually?
Just an intelligence, knowledge, or history, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. It's not going to be good. Okay, 11. Call it that.
All right. Yeah. So you're not able to come up with any names of people that might be in this particular area at this particular time. You know that these pirate hunters, they tend to kind of keep moving even more so than the smugglers and the pirates kind of thing. Where the smugglers and pirates kind of sometimes will settle into an area for a while, the Pyre Hunters will be moving around all the time. So perhaps even by the time you got there, if you even knew somebody, they would be gone already.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right. So as you guys kind of make your way out of the gates, there's kind of a semi-fanfare from the local populace. Your departure is not as quiet as you perhaps anticipated, but people are quite happy with the services that you've brought to the city of Birdich, and the fact that you're able to make such an impact on their city in such a short time. Leaving the gates, you definitely notice that Egan Kroll is standing kind of at the gates with his broad arms across his heavy great blade across his back, and he nods to you guys and kind of gives a luck in battle cry. He stands beside Master Jager, who's kind of, again, kneeling and kind of holding onto his little stick, and he waves and says, "See you soon, boys. See you soon." Go ahead.
Rufus just says, I hope you can finish your errands soon, Master Jager. We look forward to meeting you again on the road.
Certainly, young one, certainly.
Cool.
Yeah! I
Nice.
dig my heels into my horse and start galloping.
Nice. So this big, massive warhorse just starts thumping its way through the edge of the crowd and out into the plains beyond the city.
And
So-
if Rufus leans over to Tinkerhand, he goes, he knows it's a week's ride, yes.
And I say, I whip my mechanical horse. Go!
Yeah, Rufus just trailing behind both of you, sort of like, oh shit. Kicks it on a little bit, trying to catch up.
Nice. So a nice, uneventful day of travel greets you guys as you start your journey. It's it's a nice, beautiful day. The sun is shining, the skies are blue. And what route did you guys decide to take?
Through the mountains.
Through the mountains?
We have mountainous folk with us.
Well, yeah, I think there was just to the due north. There looked like could be a pass in the mountains.
Yeah.
So like you go north, and then when we're through, like kind of head to the west. Where was Westbrand? Like due north or near Serpent's Jungle?
Yeah, it's between what would be the Fox's Heath and the Serpent's Jungle. There's a series of coves up there, and the town itself is on the edge of the bay, and one of the coves would be the Smuggler's Cove.
Okay, so maybe just like
Swing around the mountains.
just head north and then just follow the coast, I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
That way we don't miss it.
Yeah.
I'm going muted again. Is that still staticky?
Nope.
It's
No,
not bad
no,
actually.
no.
You can hold on there for now.
No.
Yeah, it hasn't got that high pitch thing anymore.
I like it. So you guys make your first day of journey without too much trouble. You guys make it into kind of these set of foothills as you kind of notice on your west and your east the pass through the mountains. You've made a hard day's ride to get to the edge of the foothills and the mountain pass here. As night falls, you find yourselves pretty much in the gap between the mountain, the two ranges between the eternal spires of the mountains of the dawn, in a set of foothills. Coming on as night does, you see that there are a few places that might be useful for camping, one of which has a stream nearby, another one there's a small pond, and a third one is kind of along the crest of a ridge. Which of those would interest you guys? Which one would you think you'd be most likely to stop at for the night?
Stream for the horses, I guess. Water.
Okay. So you guys, get your horses watered, fed, and whatnot. Settle down in for the evening.
Recharge my electrical horse.
Nice. Plug it in, eh?
Keep spinning. Oh, this is gonna take some time. Then
Is
get
there like-
two unseen servants just all
Nice.
night.
Is there like I'm guessing it's just road. There's some sort of track or something?
Yeah, you'd be going through a track. This is a I wouldn't say like a everyday used kind of thing, but there's definitely like a trader's route through here.
Would it be like habitations en route, like huts, houses, inns?
You know that there will be further on, but you know that
Okay.
this kind of this hill area here is not very well populated. It's more of a kind of like a no man's land in between. Like,
Okay,
if you guys had kind of, because you had traveled so quickly, if you had kind of stopped around noon or so from your journey, you might have ended up in somewhere where there's like an inn or at least like stables and things like that you could stay at. But with the push that you guys put on there, you kind of that's halfway between your gallop. Let's put you kind of halfway between the
Okay, cool.
two areas.
Right, yeah, well,
Yeah.
settle down for the evening. I'll take off my armor and should we set watch, gentlemen, every 4 hours or 2 hours? Switch over. I recommend we take a watch.
I feel quite home in the mountains. I don't worry. Gonna be fine, he said.
Slightly before his throat.
Famous last words.
In fairness, Master Gnome, if a big hungry bear comes through, there isn't much meat on you, so you probably would be spared, but I personally would feel safer if we've got an active watch through the evening.
Rufus agrees to that one and volunteers to take the first watch.
And I volunteer for the last watch.
Okay, let's do three. There's three of us, so let's do 3 hours. Like, Dave, the first 3. That's 9 hours. It should pretty much. What season is it, by the way? Spring, summer, autumn?
Right now it's late spring.
Oh, right. So the days are getting longer. Well, the nights are getting shorter.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Right, well, I'll take mid watch.
Rufus suggests that Tinkerhand takes the second watch, and Mr. Sherwood takes the final watch, when it will be starting to get more light, because we both can see well in the dark.
Okay, well, just don't be catching those Z's on me.
Nice. So the first 3 hours of the watch goes very uneventfully. So Dave Rufus works his way through an evening of keeping himself awake and wandering around or sitting, depending on how he takes his watch. Anything you'd like to narrate about your watch at all, Rufus?
Rufus is fine. He sort of he does a quiet sort of patrol around the perimeter, and just sits down back with his lute, and he just sort of doesn't really like play it, but he just kind of works the frets up and down, goes through some chords and little bits, and sort of he's got a few tunes.
Starts penning his first ballad of Sir Sherwood Landon.
Silent shredding.
Just silently headbanging his music. It's just playing with the keyboard, mother. But he's has a quiet watch otherwise, and he's feeling pretty good. Again, he's pretty happy to be outside, and again, free from the drama and the stresses of the previous sort of few days. And yeah, it's good. So he goes over after his 3 hours and wakes up Mr. Tinkerhand and says, all quiet. And, points over at the, where we had some food still a bit warm, and says, there's some water and a bit of food over there for you. Then Rufus turns in.
And Oleifr, what are you doing during your watch?
Okay, I get out my, my ink pen and my parchment and start documenting the stars through, I guess, I build a
spyglass. Yeah.
Spyglass. I build
Telescope.
a spyglass, and then time to do some research at night.
Excellent.
I don't care about watch, but I'm partly listening in case something happens, but mostly busy.
Okay, why don't you give us a perception check then, at disadvantage?
Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Oh, you've got a 20 on you.
Very nice. And I think you have a bonus for hearing too, do you not?
Yes.
Mine's on point. Look at
I have technically on every roll I have advantage.
Okay, so you're primary either way. So you're sitting there kind of looking at the stars, and through the kind of the snoring of Sir Sherwood Landon and the gurgling noise of Rufus Moonbrook sleeping. you hear the sound of twigs snapping in the forest. A quick calculation in your head, being the tinkerer that you are, you're able to determine that since you got the 20 here, if someone had left the city of Birdich around the same time as you, but had traveled at a more leisurely pace, a more realistic pace, as opposed to a gallop, they would probably reach this area around this time.
Okay. So how far away is it probably?
Probably around 50 meters.
So I can see it actually, since I have dark vision.
Yeah, you can
And
see
I
at
have a
this point.
spyglass now.
At this point, you can see shadows. You can't make out the shadows just because of the density of the forest that's coming around this kind of set of hills, and it seems like the sound is coming from kind of the edge off of one of these small hills.
And I guess I would use my prestidigitation spell to summon a small light in that area. What's that?
Right. What's the range?
10 feet. Ugh. Wait. We have something better. I shoot a firebolt. Firebolt, that generates light as well.
Sure, certainly.
It's just a small cantrip, so it's not really dangerous. But it does some damage, but nothing too crazy.
Okay, what's the range on that one?
120 feet.
Okay, which is about 40 meters, yeah. You'd be okay with that. So yeah, so you fire off this ball of fire through the forest. You hear this kind of screaming intake of wind as this fireball goes by, if anybody's awake or not.
Would the noise wake us up?
That's a good question. Let's find out. Let's go for... I'll give it perception. Let's go with perception.
20.
But of course, disadvantage.
Really?
Yeah, disadvantage because you're sleeping.
Of course.
Where does it say disadvantage?
Disadvantage just means do 2 rolls.
Oh,
You take
And
the lower one.
okay. So it's,
So maybe I've got 10 on that.
oh, I got 20, baby. I'll take that one. How about
11.
that?
Unfortunately, though,
I have to take the lower.
Yeah, you have to take the lower than disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, advantage you take the higher one.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm sleeping like a kipper.
Yeah, you guys are just sawing logs still as this kind of fireball goes by. In all reality, it's not that very loud.
Yeah.
But as it flies through, Ola, as it approaches the area where you see these 2 shadows just kind of flit away from it, and they kind of manage to hide themselves behind trees.
Please, like I just like roll my eyes, like, come on, guys, really? And then I guess I wake up the other 2 next to me, like, yeah, there's something approaching us at night.
Is that what you just say that to them, or?
I wake them up like, there's 2 people approaching us. They followed us from the city. We are being followed. They
Yeah,
interrupted my research.
Rufus looks around. He's trying to think like, where are they coming from? And then he notices the trail of fire
Synced area.
burning through the forest. Yeah. So anyway, we have a vague notion of where they're from. I guess if I have chance, Rufus would like a readying action of getting his shield and
then I shout into the thicket, like, come out, whoever you are.
As you shout that, a crossbow bolt flies out of the darkness and slams into the tree about 400 feet away from you. Which was a horrible, horrible miss on a critical fail.
Okay, so they made me angry now. Good.
Okay, so they have engaged, and I would like to get a initiative check on everyone, please.
Okay, well, just to check, like, I mean, I'm not wearing any armor because there's no way I could sleep in full plate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty much. What? No, I'm naked. I guess I've just got my weapon, nightshirt, whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing of protection. Fuck. Okay. I'll grab remorse and kind of roll to my feet. Rah.
Nice.
I have
Okay,
10.
roll initiative. 10.
22.
20, is it?
Ooh.
Damn.
So it's bad boy. 16. Oh, he's so fast.
Okay.
I think you have some plus on your initiative, Alan. So maybe you're even higher than 16.
Yeah. Where would it say that?
He's probably
It's-
low dex, so he won't look that much.
It's near, when you go to your first page,
Yeah.
below your health and so on, it says actions and all your attacks listed.
Oh yeah, +1.
+1, so you're 17.
Okay. So, Rufus, through the kind of flickering shadows, you see a figure kind of flit from one tree to another, about, again, now at this point, about 30 meters away from you.
They're getting closer. The aim is getting better.
Still about 90 foot away, though.
Then I guess we have a light on.
Yes, you have a light on them. There's now a light basically behind them.
But I mean in our camp, is there a light?
I don't know. Did you set a fire? I'll let
Yeah,
you
there
guys-
would have been a fire.
Okay, yeah. So yes.
Then I would turn it on, or like.
I imagine it's probably embers by now, though, unless someone's tending it.
Yeah. But if we
Doesn't
turn it
sound
off,
like
they
he was
can't see
tending
us at night. Unless they have night vision. So
Is
I would-
it my turn at the minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just sort of in a defensive position. Like I say, I've got a sword. I've readied my sword and shield. There's nothing sort of within range at the moment, so I'd just like to ready my action, and that will be if somebody, if they sort of approach within 30 feet of me.
Okay. Fair enough. Sir Sherwood, Landon, then.
Oh, sorry, so within 60 feet. 60 feet,
60
so like
okay.
20 meters, I guess.
Okay, so campfire. I'm on my feet. Sword, javelins are nearby. Now, how far can I see?
You can see these shadows. Like basically, there's a big ball of fire now behind them as they're
Right.
kind of
Oh,
going tree to tree.
They're lit up like
Towards
Christmas
you?
then.
Yeah.
But I can see the
general-
silhouettes. I can see the
Yeah, you
silhouettes.
can see silhouettes and shadows as they're kind of in behind trees at each time. They're kind of
You know
see them
what-
break cover and then get behind cover. Break cover, get behind cover.
Okay, so what have I got for cover? Bear in mind that I'm pretty much stood there in my birthday suit. And then,
Yeah. Basically, you guys are. I'm assuming since you chose the place near the river, you'd be in an area that would be more of like a bit of a clearing. Yeah,
Oh,
treesy
clearing.
but clearing because you need space for your fire, your animals.
Yeah, fair
things
enough.
like that, right?
Okay, well, you know what's coming then. I'm going to heft it up like Spark, 300 style, and then just go, "Rah!" and just launch a javelin towards one of the guys.
Okay. Excellent.
Probably one that is the easiest shot, who I can see clearer than whatever. I guess you're going to want to roll for that, aren't you?
Please, sir.
Bet you would. One time! 10. Sorry, just 1 second. Javelin +6, so 16.
16 is a hit.
Right. Okay. And some damage will have a d6 +4. Roll! 7.
7 damage. Okay. So your javelin kind of flies through the night, and you see the kind of shadow flicker here and there, and you see it kind of. You see one of the shadows kind of stumble as it kind of dives into cover behind another tree, and you hear a soft curse.
Awesome.
Excellent. Do you want to move or anything, or do you have any other bonus actions?
Yeah, can I kind of just like spin behind? Oh, is there a tree nearby or anything?
You'd be able to make it to a tree for cover if you wanted to.
Okay, because if I saw a crossbow bolt go flying, I know they've got ranged weapons, so rather than just stand there like with the fire light me up, so I'm gonna kind of like try and get behind a tree with javelin, well, with my sword basically, and wait to see what develops next.
Okay. All right. So the other one that you didn't throw the javelin at you hear a kind of whisper in the darkness as he kind of as he flits between trees. And as you hear this whisper, suddenly the whisper stops and the shadow vanishes. And from a totally different place than you had expected, a crossbow bolt comes flying out of the darkness towards Rufus, who's standing kind of in the middle of the camp at this point. And this bolt flies off into the darkness. Nowhere near Rufus.
Do I even notice it?
Probably wouldn't. Yeah, you probably saw nothing, heard nothing.
They're all laughing at you.
How far away was it when he fired at me?
Probably still about 80 feet. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and Oleifr?
I guess I would like to go into the middle of the camp.
Okay.
Push Rufus out, like, yeah, let me do.
Actually, can I hop in there? Sorry.
Sure,
That was a critical miss.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that the dude's kind of just shot something off so badly. He's just kind of obviously his weapon's having some problem with it at the moment. He's just like trying to get it sort of jammy back in to sort of get it working again.
How about the crossbow string just snapped, and like he's trying to restring it, perhaps?
That works good. Actually, I'll give you that one. Let's say that the string snaps. Now, why don't you give me a perception roll, Rufus, and see if you can hear the sound, because visibly he disappeared from your senses.
Christ,
It's 10, 15.
Okay, you can't find him, but you're fairly certain the sound came from your left side. And closer than you had thought.
Yeah. So can I take that opportunity now that I've suddenly heard someone coming in closer to take my action?
Yep.
Because, I was kind of realising that it's going to be quite far away. Okay, so... Yeah, first of all, I'd just like to move towards the sound.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you kind of take about 3 or 4 or 5 steps, and then you can hear a little bit better at this point the sound of this guy, and you can see the kind of one arm of a crossbow hanging out from behind a tree. You can barely see the shoulder of a cloaked individual behind this tree. If you wanted to make a ranged attack, if you had something to do so, you could do so at disadvantage.
This is a verbal. This would be if I make a spell, would that be a disadvantage because it's a verbal?
No, this will be that would be normal.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try that. Actually, is it just?
It'll be probably a DC save, right?
Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't need to roll for it. So Wiz saves half. So one creature, 3d6 damage. Psychic and flee. Saves half and no fleeing. Deaf creatures are immune.
Okay. And do you want to describe what you're doing?
Yeah, just as Rufus goes into that, he just starts sort of like muttering to himself. Sort of words can't really make out properly, but it's a bit more throaty, a bit more guttural than he usually would. But it's still just as a sort of a soft whisper. But then just maybe emanating away from him, you can't really hear any noise, but you just see sort of like things are just kind of moving as if there's a wind sort of passing through.
Nice. What's the DC on the save?
13.
13.
It's a wisdom save.
Okay. So he fails this save. What is the consequence?
3d6 damage, and he tries to flee, which I guess is he'll move. Mm-hmm. Moves back his
speed.
Yeah. D6. And takes that damage. 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Very nice. So, as predicted, he kind of curses behind this thing, and he whips his head around, and almost in the cloak, you can see a pair of eyes kind of light up for just a quick second, as they squint down and kind of bolt off into the darkness for a quick second. You hear it kind of crashing through the undergrowth as this person is not trying to stealthily move at all, but is moving away. And then Ole, it's your turn.
And sorry, just as my sort of final bit, I'll just sort of, try and whisper over to Tinkerhand, trying to sort of give him a bit of an insight as to, where the other guy might be. And anyway, it's enough to sort of seeing me in action and then putting over there, like, you take care of that one, blah, blah, blah. He gets inspired.
Nice. You give him the d6?
Yeah, so you get a d6. You can either add it to your attack roll or your damage roll.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to step into the middle of the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the fire itself, but our camp.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then, I guess, just use my mirror image to summon 3 copies of myself. So there's now four times me in the
Nice.
camp, and I just start like, slowly dancing in the hope that they shoot me.
Very nice. I like the sound of that. Shoot the gnome! Shoot the gnome! Nice. So you start doing this kind of dance around, and you see a head kind of pop out. It's still in this kind of silhouetted form, and it rushes forward again. And it also disappears after a quick second of silhouette. So the silhouette comes and just kind of goes and vanishes. And out of the darkness comes a bolt, and this will be at a serious disadvantage. Yes, so the bolt basically passes through one of your images.
Oh.
No damage.
Wait. What did you roll?
2.
What? Then it just flies away. To hit my my image, you need to more complicated, but it doesn't even hit my.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So even with the 4, he gets confused as to which one to aim for, and just kind of lets shot off. Doesn't hit any of them. Very nice. And back to Sir Sherwood. Rufus. Rufus is the top of the order.
So again, where did this second bolt just shoot from?
You would need to give another active perception to see that.
No, Rufus doesn't know.
You have no idea.
He doesn't even notice that another bolt's gone.
Yeah. You're probably still watching the guy running away.
Yeah, at this point, Rufus will try to find cover and switch to a bow.
Okay. Easily done. So you find yourself in a similar situation as Sherwood Landon. You're behind a tree, and you're able to switch out the bow, no problem.
Yeah. So I've also stowed my shield, so my AC's just dropped by 2 as well, mechanically. But yeah, okay.
All right, and no other action.
No, because I guess I'll have moved to cover and then used an action to switch into switch weapons and stuff.
Okay. Yep.
I guess I'd just make a perception check to see if I can hear where and I've already done a perception check, I never do. Yeah, I'll just sort of point in the general direction where I heard the other guy running and crashing through before.
Okay. And Sir Sherwood.
Okay, I'd like to first of all try and use Divine Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's an action that locates any celestial fiend or undead within 60 foot that isn't in total cover.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to kind of close my eyes, grip my sword tightly and say, "Tyr, guide my hand," and just try and call on a Divine Sense to know roughly where these things are.
All right. Can you remind me again what the targets are?
What? Oh, yeah, a celestial fiend or undead.
Okay. You sense none of those.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, after Tyr just blanking my call for help, I'll just kind of stick my head out round the tree and just, where are they? I'll just call out, where are they? So hopefully one of the lads can.
All right, why don't you give a perception check to see if you notice in that time as well.
Yeah, okay. Perception. Courtesy 1. Sorry, guys, where's perception at? Oh, there it is. Wisdom +2. Okay. Oh, dear God. The smartest cookie. Oh, that's a big 6. 6, 8.
Yes, you notice nothing.
Dark.
Although you can maybe hear the sound of the guy that Dave forced to flee running away.
Okay. Right. Well, so maybe I can hear like some undergrowth being.
Yeah, rustling.
Okay.
Yeah, from quite a distance away.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll start charging towards the sound of the noise. I've called out, "Where are the lads?" And if these two mute idiots haven't said anything, then I'm just gonna like charge after roughly the sound of somebody fleeing.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Rufus, for your flee thing there, is it an ongoing or is it an end of turn?
It just says psychic damage and flee. I can look up the full text on it, but I'm assuming it would just be for.
Yeah, I'm thinking end of turn, but I just wanted to double check that.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I think it's more to like provoke opportunity attacks and stuff like that as well, or just to get a bit of space between people. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not just like the dragon lands, comes in, go, and the dragon flies away. So yeah.
Fairly certain as well. I just wanted to double check. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
So around this time, Sir Sherwood Landon is charging off into the darkness.
I should be quite fleet of foot 'cause I'm not wearing any armor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's pretty good. And around the time that he starts his kind of yell, where are they, lads? Runs off into the thing, and he stops hearing the sound of rustling as he's the one now crashing through the forest.
I was aiming for that direction of where it came from.
Yeah. And by this time, too, the direction it's gone has moved it outside of any light that might have been cast by the ball of fire, which is still kind of burning off in the trees, unless it's a concentration and all that. You'll have to tell us about that if that cancels out or anything. Yeah, you hear and see nothing at this time. Give me a quick second here. Okay, and it's now Ola's turn.
Okay. Let's see. Since I can see pretty far in the dark, do I see both of the?
Can you see more than 60?
Yeah, 120 feet.
Okay, yeah. So you can see the one that Sherwood Landon is running towards, he's now kind of stopped, turned around, and he's now aiming his crossbow in the direction of Sherwood Landon. Can you give me a perception now as well?
Sure. For vision? For seeing? Let's see, I think I have advantage with my owl. Let's see. Yep, sight as well. Okay, it's not too. Roll. What's the second roll? I don't see it. 4 and 5. Wow. Then I guess that's a perception 6. Yeah, 6.
Okay. With advantage, you go to 6. Ouch. So you don't notice the location of the other guy.
1 second though, this guy who I'm chasing, that was the one whose string on his crossbow was busted, yes?
That's correct.
So he ain't aiming no bolts at me, that's for sure.
He's aiming his crossbow at you this time, doesn't mean it's loaded.
Yeah, okay, cool. So he's going to point a broken weapon at me, that's fine.
But the other guy I see. Right?
No, you see that guy, but not any other guy.
Okay, so yeah, then I shoot that guy with magic missile.
Okay.
Coming out from all my images, but only the one that I really shoot hurts him. Let's see, 3 darts. I cast it as a level 2 spell, because why not? 4 darts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 9, 10, 14 damage.
Very nice.
With basically overall 16 flying at him, but only 2 actually hurt him, but still looks nicer. And you can see all my illusions shaking hands together.
Nice, very nice. So the light from the magic missile actually now outlines this person for Sir Sherwood as well. And you see this guy kind of stagger back, and he drops his crossbow as he gets staggered back. And you can see the bright light for a second, and in the face you see kind of a like in the hood, which is lit up for just a quick moment. You see the face of a human whose skin seems to have been covered in like almost like a camouflage and kind of mud kind of thing. Which then, as you're focused on this other guy, can you roll me a quick perception check, Sir Sherwood?
Yes, I can. Can't guarantee it'll be any good. 13. Might be alright. Sorry, guys. Upset.
No worries.
+2, yes, that's 15.
All right.
Plus
So,
2.
as you're charging towards this guy, at the last second you hear as a blade comes flying out from behind this tree that you're running by. Okay. Sorry, you 1 second.
That's okay. I'm just wondering, could like I use an athletics or an acrobatics to kind of like roll if I sense an attack coming, just to try and like just roll out the way or dodge underneath?
Unfortunately, what's your AC right now?
I don't know. What is it without armor? I guess nothing.
Oh no, you still have your base.
That's your dexterity.
Yeah, your dexterity.
Well, 12 plus 1, so 13.
Okay. So yes. So this dagger, sorry, it's more of a short sword than a dagger, comes flying out of the darkness at you, and you're just able to turn enough to kind of keep it from kind of going into your throat, but it kind of stabs through your shoulder in the back, and from this weapon you take 7 plus 13 sneak attack, so 20 damage.
It's going to leave a mark.
So yeah, the blade slides like right through and kind of pops out of your chest, but just for a moment, because you've made the turn and you're still kind of stumbling forward.
Okay.
So it's a quick in-out slice kind of out.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us back around to Rufus.
Rufus.
So how far away is Sir Sherwood from me?
Sir Sherwood is probably about, I'd say 45 or 50 feet at this point.
Okay, so having seen that, I'll cast Healing Word at him.
Okay.
Which is just, it's not much, but it'll help a little
Basically, just seen like my nightshirt just turn crimson. It looked like a pretty big wound, man.
Okay, so that's only going to be for just 7 points. 7 points healing.
So can I add that to my total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's a bonus action from Rufus. So then, what can I see of the little roguish creature?
Yeah, so basically at this point you can see an arm sticking out from a tree with a short sword in it, and beyond him about another 15 feet is a guy that he's charging towards that has just been knocked back from some magic missiles.
That fucker's going to lose that arm. I'm going to snap it off.
Whose arm is it?
The other guy, like the second attacker.
Little bastard who just popped out and stabbed me.
Yeah.
Cool, okay, well I'll take a shot at the arm.
Okay.
Wow, that's going to be a tough shot. Fucking...
Critical fail, critical fail.
Oh, mate.
That's just a 10, I don't know, 15.
15 will be a hit.
Oh, really? Cool.
Wow. Let's go, Rufus.
So, yeah, Rufus just sort of, just as quick, as soon as that sort of comes out. You obviously sees the blood, sort of quick focus, and breathes a few words of healing, and then releases his bow just almost in one fluid motion.
Nice.
And that's just seven damage into the hand,
Okay.
into the arm, and then Rufus move his movement to sort of try and move closer to Sherwood and sort of try and develop an angle on the other two people he can
Okay.
sort of see parts of.
Just while we're doing that, the guy's going to do a dex save to see if he holds on to his weapon.
Okay.
And yes.
Yeah.
Despite this arrow that goes through his forearm, he gives a kind of a quick curse, flips it up into his other hand.
Cool. I was going to say, if it had a wooden handle, maybe I just pierced it into his.
Nice. He's not letting go of that shit. Excellent. Sir Sherwood, it is now your turn to respond.
Okay, so I was charging, I got stabbed, but I kind of sensed it, so I managed to turn and avoid it. Now, in that kind of turn, I want to kind of just like fucking swing behind me as to where the attack came from.
Yep.
And I am going to hurt this man, I swear to God. I've got bad intentions. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Whose blood would you bleed?
20! Oh no, that was your screen. That was your screen.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh,
I forgot to put the dice up. I got all excited. I just saw 20. Hey, bollocks. Okay. Let me see. Would 8 be a hit? I think it quite possibly will be. 8 plus 6 is 14. Is it?
14.
No, 12. No, yeah, 14, sorry.
hi, and you have inspiration, yes, if you want to.
Well, I'm just hanging on a second. See if
I can't tell you the answer. If you want to use inspiration, I can't tell you the answer. You have to decide before you know if it hits or not.
Well, I'm gonna be inspired.
Okay?
This is an important hit. Okay, so roll again.
Yep. You can clear off your screen there if you want. Make it easier for you.
One time. For fuck's sake. 13.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Who's the tart who bloody type inspiration? I'm gonna blame somebody else for my fail to hit the damn fella. Yeah,
Nice.
I reckon the severity and the shock of that sudden stab just threw me off, man. Yeah, and I've just like chipped the tree or something.
So you do that, and you now find yourself kind of in between the two guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're still stumbling forward at the end of your thing. You can now see the second cloaked figure because he's now kind of directly in line with you. However, he's still unseen by the other two.
Okay.
So he's got cover from the other two, but he's seen to you.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Any bonus actions?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Let me do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call upon Tia, even if it's just for like help. Even if I'm kind of feeling vulnerable right now. Not something I'm used to. I'm just wondering if I can lay on hands. I guess is got to be a bit of a mission. It's not something I can just call upon it. Do I have some sort of healing spell for myself? Or is it just laying on hands? Can't see anything.
I think you have power.
Power word
I'm
heal.
not sure if you've got.
Oh wait! I've got cure wounds. 1 act touch instant.
Yeah.
1 creature is healed 1d8 plus 1d8. Okay. Right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna kind of with my bonus action just kind of call upon Tia to like stop this pain. It's suddenly just like it's torn through my chest.
Nice.
Right. So Tia, aid your servant. Okay. So it's yeah. Okay, so I've already used 1 spell, so here comes another one. And it says 1 creature is healed 1d8 plus spell ability modifier plus 1d8. So is that 2d8?
I think,
Yeah,
is
so
that an
2d8
action or a
plus
bonus
2.
action?
Well, it's cast. It's an action. Does that matter?
Okay. Yeah, action means the same as your attack. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay. In that case, I am just going to call upon Tia for a lot of help. Yeah, help your servant. And that's about it. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. The number you have dialed is no longer in service.
Well, actually, wait, for a bonus action, could I kind of, because I kind of swung backwards at the guy, could I continue the motion and try and like get out of the line of sight of the other guy? So I'm directly in the middle of them. So could I kind of like fall behind another tree that's nearby or something?
I'll allow that to happen.
Yeah, you know, because I'm swinging backwards, and then the momentum of me swing, because I missed, just kind of, if I can kind of spin behind the tree just to get a bit of cover and assess what's going on, because I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Then the guy with the broken crossbow, who has now dropped his crossbow, reaches behind his back and pulls out a short sword very similar to the one the other guy has. And now he's going to rush towards you in an attempt to attack.
Of course he is.
Do. 13.
My AC is 13.
Okay, so that's going to be a hit, and that's going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, can you also please now do a Constitution saving throw?
Yep. Okay. Higher the better, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yes.
I'll use inspiration. Oh, no, I won't. I've already used it. Am I going to pass out from blood loss or something?
Who knows? Is that the 2?
Yeah, that's the
That's
2, mate, yeah.
Okay.
I'm asking what's going to happen.
You kind of stop for a quick second as this blade kind of slices across your arm, and suddenly your arm seizes and locks, and your body starts shaking, and you feel this kind of pain coursing through your body, and you take 17 points of poison damage.
In which case, that puts me on 0 HP.
Oh,
Exactly 0.
Sir Sherwood has been dropped. Which would then make it Oleifr's turn.
Okay. How close are the two things to...
About 50 feet, I think it is. 40. Oh, they're both like right beside him now, or like within about 5 or 6 feet.
Okay. Grease that bitch.
That's the spirit.
Nice. Okay, what's the grease
DC?
DC?
14.
14. So we got 2 guys. We'll start with the guy that just hit him first, and then the other guy will be the second one. Oh, both of them fail it horribly. So both of them slip and fall to the ground in the forest.
And since he's already on the ground.
Nice. Anything else, Ola?
No, I move closer towards them.
Okay. So yeah, you're now within about 15 feet of them as well, and Dave as well. You're both kind of within. I mean, next move you can either interact or engage or whatever you want to do. And then the one guy is going to attempt now to stand back up again. It's his turn. He's going to try to kind of move through the grease to see if he can stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And he is able to stand up. But you see that his first action now is to kind of, he sees his friend down, he sees Alan he sees Sir Sherwood on the ground, and he's going to slide forward to get out of the grease, so he's in a kind of open patch of ground again, which is going to put him within striking distance of Rufus. Oh no, sorry, he did his maneuver to stand up and get that. So actually, yeah, he'll just move to the edge of the thing as a double movement. Okay, which then makes it
difficult
Rufus' turn.
terrain.
Yeah.
But I guess with double move he can get out.
Yeah.
What was it?
So
He's
now-
holding.
He's now between you. So if you think about it in terms of like spatially, Ola is probably the furthest back at about like say 15, 16 feet. You're a few feet closer and a little off to the side of him. And then there's this other guy who's now in front of you, and between you and Alan and the other guy on the ground.
Okay, so the guy who's now standing up. What was? Can you just describe the guy one more time? What's he wearing?
Yeah, he's wearing he's wearing woods-colored garb. Basically, looks like he's got almost like a old-style ghillie suit kind of thing. So he's got his cloak on him, but there's like twigs and leaves and branches and stuff like that on it. You can see into the cowl of his hood now, and he's got like a muddied kind of face. Looks like he's doing the best he can to conceal himself as most as possible.
Within this thing, I just want to do a perception check to see if I can see any like metal that he's wearing.
Okay.
Oh shit, then that's weak. That's like a 9.
Even with that, like you can probably tell that there are definitely like a few buckles here and there, but he wouldn't be wearing a lot of it because it would be making noise.
Cool. In that case, Rufus will look at his weapon, and again just start muttering to himself. He hasn't locked a bow with his free hand. You sort of just see some little movements as if he's kind of just like just sort of like fingering a few chords and just like muttering to himself. And you'll see the blade slowly start to heat up and glow. So I'll cast that at 2nd level, which will be 3d8. So it's a heat metal spell.
Okay.
And
Very
then
nice.
that will be a con save to drop the object.
Okay. Very nice.
So
So
that's
the con save.
17
the save?
damage.
Yeah.
So now he drops the object.
Okay, nice. Let me just double check this here. That's this guy here. Okay.
And then bonus action, Rufus will start calling Lannister's name and infusing magic into his words to try and give him a boost to his
Death save.
fucked upness.
All right, very nice.
So I'd only do a 1d4 on this one, so I just cast it at 1st level. So 3, so 6 hit points restored to.
Oh, hit points. Okay, then he's back up.
Yeah. That's 6 to Sir Sherwood. Was I calling you Sir Lannister? Hello.
You did.
Sir Lannister.
That's
You
good
got
stuff.
both hands, thank you very much.
Oh, I was on my spells. Oh, I really should
God
use
damn it! Now we're gonna get in trouble for copyright. No.
Oh,
Nice. So yes, so Sir Landon is breathing again.
in a pool of grease and blood on the floor.
Yeah, basically.
left me unconscious.
Yeah. So
just as he wakes up, Rufus will be, "Don't worry, it's just grease."
Checks my sphincter. What's been going on?
Nice. So yeah, so you kind of come back to consciousness, and you're laying on the ground. You still got your sword in your hand. There's another guy laid down beside you that seems to have like kind of cracked his head a bit on the ground, and it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use my attack. I'm not even gonna try and get up. I'm just gonna throw my hands to the sky. Tia! Aid me now!
Okay, I'm gonna give this to you at advantage. Can you clear your screen first?
Yeah, I was getting all bad rolls out the way, as you can clearly see.
Yeah.
Look at those. Absolutely terrible.
Go
So,
for it.
yeah. Right, clear them.
Yeah, so you can roll 2d20 and take the highest.
Okay. 11.
Plus your 6.
Okay. What, for a spell?
Oh, are you using a spell?
Yeah, I'm using. It's an action. It's cure wounds.
Oh, okay. In case you only need to roll your actual healing then.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were attacking the guy.
No. Okay, so it's 2d8. One time. 5.
So Ryan, was that poison ongoing you had?
No.
Okay, cool.
Every round, 16 damage. What the fuck's going on?
Just in case there's anything extra, just because otherwise he'd probably use lay on hands because it cures poison as well.
Yeah, no, I just for my action, I've just kind of like, and kind of just try to call upon his love.
Nice. So you'll also get I think it's like another 2 for your proficiency bonus, if I'm not mistaken.
Spell ability modifier.
Spell ability, yeah, which I think is probably a 2 for you. I'm just guessing that.
Let me check. Where would that be under? Sorry, guys.
No worries. Ola, do you know where that is on this page? His spell proficiency?
Yeah, page 3.
Page 3, okay.
Or spell save DC, I think is what you mean. Right?
Because there'll be like a plus there, like a plus 2.
Plus 3. Plus 3.
Ability bonus. Yeah.
Ability bonus, yeah, plus 3.
So you'll have 8 total there for those hit points.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, 9, wasn't it? 5, and 3 is 8. Well done.
Well played, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Now, any maneuver that you want to make?
Yeah, just try and roll out the crease and try and attempt to get to my feet.
Okay.
If it's all possible, slowly kind of.
So give me a dex check on that.
Roger that. Okay, so.
I'll let you go with athletics or acrobatics if either of those are better for you too.
Yeah, I'll take strength and then because that's athletics plus 6 modifier. So yeah, mate. 7 plus 6. My strength's 18 as it is.
So that's 13?
Yeah.
7 plus 6. Ola, what's your save on that?
14.
14. Okay, so you're almost at the edge of the thing, but you haven't got out of it to stand up yet.
Okay, that's fine.
But you've put some distance between you and the other guy.
Okay.
And now the other guy is kind of flopping around in the thing, and he's going to try to stand up. And he's going to kind of make a dive for you. So, see if he stands up. So 9.
Pure comedy, this fight, isn't it? Just guys slipping and sliding, dropping at each other.
So he's not able to get up, so he falls back to the ground again. And he's not able to reach you with his sword. He kind of swipes out, but he's not able to hit your body with it. Which then makes it Ola's turn.
Yep, magic missile, one of them.
Okay, the guy on the ground, the guy in front of Dave. The guy in front of Rufus.
Next to Sherwood, Landon.
Okay.
4D. 7, 9, 10, 14 damage again.
Yeah, excellent.
That's my last level 2 spell.
Very nice. Alright, so after Ola goes the guy who's standing now in front of Rufus, and he is going to step forward and try to bury his short sword in the stomach of Rufus Moonbrook.
Didn't he drop it?
Oh, that's right, you're right, that's right, sorry. What's the length of time on your burning thing? Is he able to pick it up now, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, I assume he can just pick it up, yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna acrobatically kind of dive for the sword, do a roll, and try to kind of stab it up into your stomach. So let's see if he does the thing first. Yeah, let's see. Yep. Now let's see if he hits you. That's gonna be a 21 versus 18.
That slots in.
Okay, that's gonna be a 7. Sorry, 6 damage. And can you please do a Constitution save? I'll give this to you at advantage because the heat of it might have burned off some of the poison.
What's my con mod? 14. 14.
14. That is enough. So you're gonna take 7 damage from that. You take half damage from it.
So total was.
Total is 13 then.
Cool.
And then it'll be back up to
Okay, so yeah, he stabs in at me. Rufus tries to avoid it, but just takes it, just nicks him past on his flank.
So similar to Sir Sherwood, you get this kind of flash of pain through your body, but you're able to kind of contain it.
just grit my teeth for a moment.
And it's your turn.
And then
Fuck him up.
Rufus sort of like grits his teeth as he gets sort of like slashed at the side. And then sort of looks at the guy and then just kind of again sort of says, fairly quietly, but just through his gritted teeth, isn't that feeling a little bit hot? And now that it's already been heated, I can just reheat it as a bonus action.
Nice.
Oops. Okay, so that's 10 damage on that.
Very good. All right, so you got to save again?
Yep, save or drop.
Okay, 12. And what was the save again? Sorry, con?
Yeah, con against 13.
Okay, it's 14.
Okay, cool.
So he holds on to it, even though he's gritting his teeth going, ah!
And then, okay, then Rufus will sort of raise his free bow hand up against the guy's head and try something. 9. Actually, no, I don't even have to roll for that, do I? Oh, sorry, I've done that completely wrong. Maybe it's 5, 8. This is a kind of, let me clear everything off. This is a sleep spell.
Okay.
So it goes against his total leftover. That's pretty low. So 4, 8, 16, 21. Is his hit points 21 or lower?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, after saying isn't that feeling a bit hot, he just raises his hands up against his head and just says sleep and just pushes him back.
All right, nice. So the guy's eyelids kind of flutter back and he drops to the ground, unconscious.
Cool. Let's use my bonus. So what about my positioning now? Who's around us?
Yeah, so if you're looking straight ahead, Ola is behind and to your left. Directly in front of you is a guy on the ground. A few more feet in front of you is a guy kind of flipping around in the grease. And off to your right, about 10 feet, is Sir Sherwood trying to make his way out of the grease.
Okay, so I guess I'll try and move over towards Sir Sherwood and try and assist him if I can.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously I can't do anything now, but maybe on his next turn I'd be assisting him as he tries to get out.
Yeah, I'll allow that for sure. So it is actually his turn now. So if you wanted to give him an assist, I'll let him go with either... actually, let's do it more in line with your style of things. So I'll give him an extra d6 on his attempt to stand up.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Okay. So
Come on, Sherwood, you can do it.
first action is to try and stand up with an 11.
Plus your d6.
Plus my d6, which would be a 6.
Very nice.
And
So
then
yes.
whatever my bone ability is as well.
Yeah, you're able to stand up from that.
Okay.
You do a backflip getting up this time.
Straight back into the grease.
Oh,
It's like,
feeling
whoop,
the power of tears just imbued my body, and I'm like, raw. Okay, right, so I've got a prone guy next to me who's just being the bane of my evening. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be fair to
he's
say, I'm
probably
not best
just...
pleased.
Yeah, he's probably at like about the edge of your sword. Like you'd have to kind of reach forward to stab at him on the ground.
Okay, well, how about this? I kind of like from behind just leap up in the air and jump forward with a huge overhead cleave. I'll jump towards him.
Into the grease?
Into the grease, yeah. I don't
Okay.
care.
Alright, so the sword will hit first, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that big bad boy. Do I get an advantage because he's like on prone?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna clear these bad boys and then roll 2 of them. Oh, you sick puppy.
Oh, nice.
Yes. There's the 20. And, just for good measure, I think on this instance I am going to use Divine Smite, which gives, I'm going to cast it at level 4, which gives me 5d8 bonus damage.
Wow.
You can only cast it level 2, by the way.
What, can I? I thought I could cast up to level 4.
No, your maximum spell. Or do you have spell slot at level 2 or 3 or 4?
No, that's probably the number of known spells you have.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me just check spell casting. I can only cast at level 1.
Oh, okay, so.
That sucks. But anyway, I'll take an
Yeah.
extra D8 on
Use
top of
that.
that.
Yeah, use
No, I
your
think it's
roll
actually-
your total, and then times your total damage by 2 for your critical.
Oh no, the extra damage is 2d8 for a first level spell slot. Okay.
There you go.
Right, so my damage is 2d8, and then I'm gonna use my sword, which gives me 2d6, I believe. Yeah, 2d6. Okay, so I can reroll 1s and 2s on my damage.
Nice.
I don't need to. 6, 3, 5, 4, plus 4. That's 10, 18, 22.
Times 2 for your critical.
44 damage, mate.
All right. Why don't you give us the description of your dismemberment or slaughter of this guy?
Right, so basically, yeah, as I said, I come like the sword over my head and just kind of bring it down like right in his chest cavity and just like Excalibur sword in the stone, but in reverse. Just run my sword completely through him to about 2 foot of dirt underneath. He's just impaled, and in this instance, although he certainly felt remorse, I didn't.
Yeah, Rufus is kind of looking on, mouth slightly agape at this one. He's just kind of like gone over to help the struggling to Landon stand up again. Who's venturing.
Just rip him in half here.
Oh yeah, for the Divine Smiter would have called on Tia's justice. I'm gonna be like, feel Tia's justice, and just like just basically made a mess of his chest cavity.
And for some comic relief, can you roll your d20 to see if you stand up or fall down in the crease?
Sure, and you know, I've got to stay on my feet. 19, yes.
There you go.
Yes. Redemption is spelt for
That would
Sherwood,
be
Landon.
so perfect. You standing up, getting the sword, just cutting him in half, and then slipping on the ground again.
Yeah. That would have been comedy, but that's not how it played out.
Nice.
Basically, yeah, just like leapt forward and just brought me sword down right in the middle of his chest. The sword goes into the ground about 2 foot, and it's just left in there, and today justice was spelled SHERWD.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, so that means that the guy is sleeping now. So Ola, it's your turn. You want to continue
I'm gonna let
combat
the others
or
finish
disengage,
him.
or
Actually, just to finish my action, I kind of fall to like one knee because I'm like absolutely battered. You know, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Very nice. All right, so if you're going to wait then, Rufus, you have one chance to act before the end of combat if you're looking to end or what you want to do.
So there's only the one guy still alive who was in the sleep, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'll just go back over to him, disarm him. The spell lasts for a minute, so I've probably got about sort of, I guess, 40 seconds before he wakes up.
Yeah.
So I'll just quickly check for any weapons and, you know, see if there's anything I can just use to tie his hands at least.
Okay, can you give me a perception check?
10, 15.
All right. So you're kind of going over his body, and you pull out a knife here, a blackjack here, a few other kind of weapony type things. And as you think back, you can probably remember that you have a rope in your bag, or you might be able to grab some stuff from generally lying around, or look over to take your hand, that kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I just sort of, whatever I got to hand then, I just sort of try and at least secure his arms for now.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so coming out of combat here, basically, Sir Sherwood has kind of got this sword deep down inside this guy. Ola is standing there with his 4 doppelgangers, and yeah, Rufus has tied up this guy in front of him. I'm generally going to maybe pause it here just for the time that we've got going on here, guys. I'll let you do the interrogation and whatnot next time. I've written down tied up assassin here as an endpoint. But one thing we should do is, because we had our first drop to 0, which would be Mr. Sherwood Landon. Would you mind rolling us yeah, you dropped to 0. You fell unconscious from.
Okay. So what do I do?
Can you please roll a d20?
I forgot we said we'd do this.
17.
17.
You have to lose a limb. Ooh, it's gonna be an upper limb.
I don't mind a few more scars.
Yeah, you have a minor scar.
Oh, is that it?
So the scar doesn't have any adverse effect. Magical healing of 6th level or higher, such as heal or regenerate, removes the scar. So you can determine the scar.
No, I don't want to remove it. I want to leave it there.
Nice.
Remind me not to go charging off into the woods in my night shirt.
Nice.
Yeah,
the really bad ones are the anything below 10 is not very good.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so, no, yeah, I've got a scar, you know. But yeah, basically, I want to just kind of, like, stagger back to my tent and, like, I want those dead, I'll ask my 3 guys to dig graves and, you know, so we can throw the guys that are dead. And did we capture one alive, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll have my 3 servants just start digging. They can dig the graves, but these guys need to be buried, and I'll just basically, like, pass out.
Very nice, very nice. Anything else you guys want to do before we end the session?
Rufus should have a glass of water, brush his teeth.
Nice.
I'm all good there. Yeah, it's a good place to stop it there.
Nice.
So I guess, yeah, we'll get his guys, Mr. Sherwood's, Mr. Landon's servants to sort of pull the incapacitated guy across and, you know, just secure him in better fashion, and maybe, you know, just pat him down a bit more thoroughly, make sure he hasn't got any other bits and pieces on him. And once all that's secured, just start tending to the wounds and all that.
Very nice.
For future reference, with because I forgot about my 3 guys, I could have them, like, you know, off with the horses, sleeping over there, or could I have them take watch? Now, they can't really do kind of fighting and stuff, but could they take a watch, for example, stay awake and
let me think about that.
Okay, because they would be there somewhere.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Problem is, how good are they? That's the real.
Hopefully they're as good as me. Well, no, I mean, you could use my stats to make rolls, you know. It's just like regular dudes, I guess.
Nice. All right. So yeah, then we'll call it here, guys. If you want to stick on for a couple minutes after I drop this off, but let me end the broadcast by saying thanks for everybody that was tuning in and watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties and the 2-parter, but we'll either get Dev to put it back together, or we'll leave it in 2 parts and post it up that way. Anyways, good evening. Farewell.
Bye.
Ciao, everyone.